Hi, I'm going to go over the 16th cognitive bias in Charlie Munger's book, which is the contrast misreaction tendency. This is the one where, in light of how big something is, we'll see another big difference is small, or if you're taking small steps towards an inevitable bad outcome, if each step is small in contrast, you see it as no big deal and you keep going. So I'm gonna kind of cheat and use some of the examples from the book just because I don't feel like using any of my own. They're already there. I might as well use them to bring an image in your mind at the point. So like you go and you buy yourself a $65,000 car and you have no problem paying for the $1,000 leather dashboard, because in relation to the $65,000 you're already paying for the car, it seems like a real small increase. You don't think anything of it. But if you just had someone tell you that this stupid little leather dashboard thing's gonna cost $1,000, you'd be like, man, that seems pretty pricey for just some leather. And there's a lot of other things like that. It's all about perception. Just like, say a woman had horrible parents, horrible family, horrible upbringing, and she ends up marrying a real douchebag, but in contrast to her family and where she came from, he seems good in comparison. So the only reason her judgment's so off is because she's basing it from where she came from. Or say a guy married a wicked woman. She's just manipulative and needy and high maintenance and always insulting him and just toxic. And finally he has enough and he gets divorced. Then he finds another subpar woman, but she's not as toxic. She doesn't insult him as often or as badly. And she's not as high maintenance. So everything about her is bad, but in contrast to the woman he left, she seems good. And so that's kind of how this thing works. And then the same thing, like you could be going to some inevitable bad outcome, but you're doing it one small step at a time. So in contrast to the whole picture, every change you make is really small and you're like, it's not that big of a deal. I can let that slip. It's not really that big deal. And that's why Ben Franklin had the old adage, small leaks sink great ships, just to let you know that you gotta nip them tiny things in the bud before it takes the whole thing down. So once again, just bringing these to your attention. This is the 16th of the 25 cognitive biases listed in Charlie Munger's book, the contrast misreaction tendency.